Hello everyone and welcome. We are here, we are live, we are ready to go, and we are picking up right where we left off 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I took off last week, but I'm back again with our Gilly 1. This is a ship. Last 2 weeks ago I built this whole thing, put it all together. It's got itself a little lander here on the top. It's got itself a little probe that we're going to try and put through Eve's atmosphere and hopefully have it reach down to the surface. Got a science lab with a couple of scientists furiously working on it. We got a crew of 6. We have Jebediah, Valentina, Louis S., Bill, Bob, and hiding over here we got our second scientist, Phil. They are working on their science here in the lab, and I've already made the ejection on our way to Eve. If I scroll on out, you can see down here we do have our Eve encounter all set up. We have a correction burn coming up in, well, 98 days, so no big hurry there. And yeah, I don't see any reason not to just kind of continue on. Now, a couple of things with the lab that I actually should pay attention. Number one is I can do you can level up your kerbals with the lab. Phil here, who's a brand new spanky shiny kerbal, is level 0, so we can level up our crew, make Phil now a level 1 scientist, Bob of course being a level 2 scientist, and once we exit Kerbin's SOI and are orbiting the sun, I'll do that again. And the level of the scientists changes the rate at which you are processing the science, which actually brings up another thing as well. The gravioli detector, which is my new piece of science that's on here. Let's log another gravity scan. You can see here actually that this is a scan that I haven't done yet. It is over Kerbin's grasslands. The gravioli detector is one of the few science parts that actually is biome specific in high space. So as we're leaving Kerbin, I can keep doing it. Like I can transmit this, what do we got here? 17 science. I can transmit that back home. And we got our intent. I should actually, oh my gosh, why is that? I don't know why that well, whatever. I do have another science antenna back here. I'm not sure why that one deployed, but that's okay. We'll let it go. And once that's done, we can log another one, and we can process that one into the lab. And as well, we can EVA a scientist, something else I was neglecting to do. And our scientists can go over here, find that gravioli detector. Where is it? Down there. Do another one. Log it again. And there's still some science here that 14.7 science that can't be transmitted but can still be collected. We can take that data and we can store that, and that will be something for us. See there? Store the experiment. That's something we can, that will be science for us upon recovery of the entire vessel. So there's something to watch for. So there it is. That's the grasslands again. I have to keep track of I'm not going to go over all the biomes. I'll lose track of them all. But gives you an idea though. This lab is going to generate a ton of science for me. Let's put him back in. Board. And yeah, why don't I get a couple of the housekeeping items out of the way. Number one is my weekly thanks, I guess now bi-weekly because I didn't do this last week, of my Patreon patrons and YouTube members. I always like to give a call out to my most recent Patreon patrons and YouTube members. So if we put their names up here on the big screen, we have Jack Turner and Matt Holmes. Thank you very much, Jack and Matt, for joining the crew, supporting me on Patreon. And of course, there are all the links down there in the doobie-doo if you would like to help as well. Or you could be like NC Davis and generate directly into the stream through the super chat. Thank you, NC Davis. No bill stream, let's go. Yeah, we're going to be going very, very soon. So let's get rid of this. The other thing I want to do as far as a health, I can't say it, housekeeping item is that on my Discord, again linked down there in the dooberdoob, is we have a monthly screenshot of the week challenge, and when those things And every month I like to recognize the monthly winner. The theme for last month was sunsets. Very, very simple theme. So we'll just put up our winner. There he is. It is Caverick. Congratulations to Caverick with this gorgeous sunset. Actually, it could be a sunrise. You never know. But it certainly does look nice. He was the winner. And if you would like to participate in that challenge, if you aren't already, you can join the Discord. Easy enough. It's all for free. And you can see what I've honestly already forgotten what the theme is for this month. But it is there for you. Okay, let's get started with our journey out to Eve. Now, what I want to do, because it was something I kind of thought of after. Let's focus our view on Eve. I thought of this after the stream last time. So here's my encounter with Eve. I got a nice little, oh, that's a little low, but either way, 17 kilometers. We'll fix that when we come in. That would obviously be rather destructive. But our goal, well, we have a probe we want to drop at Eve, but our landing goal is going to be for Gilly. Now, Gilly is in a very inclined orbit. And what I was sort of planning on doing was getting my capture and then leaving my apoapsis out nice and high. Let's just show you what I mean, like that. And then doing out here at apoapsis the plane change to match the inclinations of Gilly's orbit, and then I can work on getting myself my Gilly encounter. But if you look, notice how my apoapsis is not in the plane of Gilly's orbit. I could... Doesn't matter what I do here. There's no way I can ever match Gilly's inclination. There's no way to do this. So what I would have to do is actually do this transfer at either the ascending or descending node with Gilly's orbit, like wherever my orbit here crosses that. But that would actually be really close to Eve. I would have to do it like maybe around here. Actually, even closer still, I can tell. Like in around here somewhere. But to do that would actually get really expensive to bring that down. That would turn into a very, very large burn. And then I realized, of course, that there is an alternative. Let's delete both of those. Let's get the maneuver 2 up there. Delete that one. The problem is that my trajectory coming in to Eve is outside of Gilly's plane. You can't fix that. I do have a maneuver out there. I'll show it to you. There it is. I can't fix that just by adjusting the normal up and down part. That won't work. All that will do is change this angle here, but it won't actually bring this down in our... we're coming into Eve's SOI outside of Gilly's plane. It's not going to work. The best way, what I need to do is get this trajectory down into the plane of Gilly's orbit, and what I should do is actually just move this here. I can show it the most from here. This is the best way to do it. Put on the little widgety tool, turn up the time scale a ton, and start moving forward in time. And if you notice, as I move forward in time, see how this incoming trajectory right here, this is the incoming trajectory, is coming closer and closer. We want it to be right in Gilly's plane. See that? I'm hoping, whoop, there we go. People can see how that is coming closer. And all I'm doing, I'm not changing the amount of the burn. I'm simply changing when the burn occurs. Now, you might be noticing this is completely wrong now, and you're absolutely right. I do have to now fix this. Oh, I have to come this way. So I am going to increase the size of this burn. There's no doubt about it. But what I am doing is going to be, and I think I need to put in a little bit a radial component too. Yes, that way. So I'm coming around the right way. I can still see I'm not low enough there. But this is the cheapest way, I think, anyway. I think this is the cheapest way to get. And then I don't have to make the huge plane change. This is getting close now. When I get to Eve. This is going to take a little bit of playing around, unfortunately. Not the funnest way to start this, but I wanted to sort of show people this. I think it's worthwhile. Bring that back this way. You can see I'm getting closer. I'm going to put this right like that. There. And what I'm really looking at is this incoming trajectory. I want it to be along the plane, in Gilly's plane. I have to turn this down so I can make the maneuver adjustment. Move this up. Forward in time. I think I have to move it up a lot further than where I am. Back to here. Oh, a lot more than that. So this is going to turn into a bigger correction, but oh, now I'm getting close. Now you can see how close that, look at that. That's the kind of thing I'm talking about. I need to get this in closer. Doing that with the radial. That's going the wrong way. Maybe a little bit. Nope, the other way. You know, I think I actually moved a little bit too. I'm a little bit below it now, so I'm gonna back up a bit. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna stick with that. That's looking pretty good. Now I'm hitting Eve. That's clearly not. Shouldn't be part of the equation. Hitting Eve. Of course, that messed that up. I think I'm only going to play for this for so long. I'm almost there. Less. And the closer you can get this, maybe if I see it from there, now you can really see how that's like right in the plane of Gilly. That will make this a lot cheaper once I get to Eve. A little bit more spent now will save me in the long run. There we go. About 120 kilometer periapsis. That's nicely comfortable. Nicely in the... There we go. So, yeah. So, fiddling with planes. So, we're making this burn a little... Okay. But in the meantime, I'm going to F5. We're going to do a little time warping. Let's get back. And we'll get out of Kerbin's SOI. So, let's time warp to here. Say goodbye to Kerbin, everybody. Hopefully, we'll be back. And welcome everybody joining in on the chat. Elmick and Glenn and Levant. And anyone I'm Ite. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing or missing anybody. Okay, are we out of... No, we're not quite out yet. And I could have been doing gravity scans all along during that, but I don't know. I got a feeling I'm going to be getting so much science out of this, I'm not that interested in min-maxing the science. Okay, we are now orbiting the sun, and orbiting the sun means an army of science. So, because this is my first, these are my first kerbals to orbit the sun. So this is going to be a lot. So we're going to do a material study, and we're going to transmit everything that we can. Should I actually keep an eye on electricity? Oh, that's not going to be a problem. Is that transmitted? Oh, I got to go out and reset that, of course. And we do a goo. There it goes. That's the Chatterer mod, for those that don't know, that are giving us the 90s dial-up sounds. Why don't we aim our camera here? And we got a temperature scan. Transmit that. We have a pressure scan. We have... Oh, the seismic accelerometer won't work. We have another gravity scan. The one thing I did forget to put on here was a magnetometer. That was just my own foolishness. We have a crew report. And of course, we're going to get out there, do EVA reports. But now that that stuff's transmitted, we can actually log again. Oh, it hasn't gotten to that one yet. Okay. There's a transmission delay happening. Log that one again, and we'll convert that to data. And that data is being stored in the lab. I'm going to keep an eye on how much data we do have stored in the lab. Oh, there's a lot more room. It can hold up to 750 data. There's 267 there now. Another one of these. Make data out of that. Another one of these. Oh, can't be done right now. Of course, that's the seismic scan. Gravity scan. Make some data out of that. All right. Crew report. Crew report. Crew report. Why am I suddenly... There it is. Make some data out of that. Notice again, there's no science. I transmitted it all, but the data is still there. Transmitting the science doesn't reduce the amount of data that you collect. And we will... You know what? Let's get our rookie scientist out. Phil K. Phil K is going to go out there. Do a little... Oh, but Phil K, sorry. Phil... Does Phil not have... Okay, it would be very good for Phil to have a an EVA pack. Okay, good. A little worried there. Bill, I'm glad I didn't let go. I just noticed he didn't have an EVA pack. Okay, or she, now that I'm looking here. So we during an EVA report. That we'll collect that. We can't transmit it. I don't have the EVA experiment kit. Okay. I somehow messed up the inventory. Let's do it this way. Okay. Oh, I think I know what happened. I put his... Okay, give that to Bob. There. Everything's good now. Bob can have his parachute back, too. I think that's what I messed up. Okay. That's good now. Okay. EVA... Perform EVA science. Grab that one. There we go, another 50 science. Let's take those and store them into here. And then if I go back to the lab, we can now take those. Where's the review data? Review data. We can transmit those. And transmit that one. Well, there's a real... Oh, it's because that antenna keeps... undeploying and deploying. That's why that's happening. Okay. And now back to Phil for another EVA report, which we'll keep, and another perform the EVA science. And again, it looks like there's no science here, but once I get it in the lab, we'll be able to process that into data. So even though it's 0, we still keep that. Okay, over here, got to reset the goo and reset the... And then I think I'm done. Then it's on to that. Restore the goo. Oops. Observe the goo. And process that goo. Yep. And then we can restore the goo again. And then finally here, materials bay, conduct materials bay, process that. It's all so confusing. And then restore. I don't know if it's that confusing. Sometimes it feels confusing. That's it. Phil's job's done. And by the way, for those people that are new to this is all stock, what I call a beautified stock series. All the parts are stock parts. I do have both sets of DLC installed, but there's really nothing in here that you can't do in a stock game. Okay, we are almost done here. We have view data. Now we can process that. Wow, I gotta look at this. I actually think I am starting to fill up. This is 310 data. That will just fit. There we go, 400. Oh no, I don't know what kind of. Okay, and then another 100. Oh, it's oh no, it's 20 data. I was looking at how much science I get out of it. Okay, and so now we're creating science at 7.58 science per day. And considering we're gonna be, this is gonna be like a 2-year mission. We're gonna make a lot of science, and we can also level up our crew again. So everybody levels up. We got some level 3s now. I think our main 4 are all now level 3s. Louis a level 2, Bob's a level 3, Phil is now a level 2, and that has jacked up the rate at which we are processing the science as well. Okay. I'm going to keep this up here because you can see it is filling up with science. We have now so far generated 15.7 science, but it can't hold more than 500. So as this gets closer to 500, I will have to transmit it home, but that's okay. So I'm going to do some F. We got 116 days to our burn. So that's our next step. That's our next step. So let's do this. So as I'm doing the time warping, I'm watching my science. And yeah, and then when we get to Eve, there'll be more to do. When we get to Gilly, there'll be more to do. It's gonna be a lot of science. Come on, faster time warping. Gotta make sure not to meet, you know, I should probably set an alarm for that. You know, let's stop. Stop, stop, stop. Alarm. Create an alarm. Because I know me for that maneuver in 83 days, yep. Give me 5 minutes warning, not 1 minute warning. Just in case while I'm concentrating on this, I don't end up going right by it. Could do a warp to it, I guess, but... Okay. Okay, we are almost at 500 science, so we're going to... Where is it here? Transmit that science home. And the transmitting of the science takes a lot... Oh my gosh, we are... Okay, we'll see. It takes a lot of electricity. But I got a mountain of batteries on this thing, so should be all fine. And then they'll just keep... This will take a little bit. Actually, I can time warp it. And let's just do it this way, get to the maneuver node now. It should... Oh, there it goes. That's all that science. And now we're making more science. And to get an idea of just how much science we're going to get, look at the amount of data. That times 5 is the amount of science. Oh, wow. Pro gamer, 4 a.m. where you are. Oh, my goodness. Okay, we are just about there. Okay, so I'm going to get my alarm first here. And, yeah, let's get rid of this for now because, and put this onto the maneuver node. Oh, now that we got ourselves some level 3 pilots, I suddenly can lock to the maneuver node. Awesome. So this is a 429 meter per second correction, but it'll save me a lot at the other end, so I'm more than happy to deal with this. It's going to be a 2.5 minute burn though. Oh, there's a little bit of wonkiness going on down here. Just noticing that. Okay, let's auto strut. Auto strut to the heaviest part. Just auto strut. I find auto strutting to the I'm just gonna do a little auto strutting up this to the grandparent part, just because I noticed that it was wobbling. It bugged me. It bugged me that was wobbling, so it's probably not necessary, but I don't like wobble. All right. Let's see if that helps with the wobble. Okay. Just about ready to go. F5 again because I'm always paranoid. So we are in the middle of course, interplanetary space. Middle of nowhere. And... Okay, take off the time warp. And 4, and a 3, and a 2, and a 1, and a go. There we are. The mighty nerve engine. And we're going to watch this from Eve's perspective. Okay, we are on the vessel itself. Where is Eve? Eve, Eve, Eve. There we go. We're getting close to Eve. See, look at that. Look how close we are. So we do want to match this trajectory here as best we can. And we can do a little physics warping. Put our map view back here. A little more physics warping. For those that don't know, hold the Alt key and press period to physics warp. So I'm going now at 3 times speed to get this burn out of the way more quickly. Now, I don't know, maybe we might get some level 4s. I'm not entirely sure. Probably not. Okay, slow that down. Watch from here. Here it comes. Here comes our trajectory. Again, I want to get it right in Gilly's plane, so we'll put this on edge like that. It's really what I'm watching. Not bad. That's a little off, but definitely it's going to be a lot easier than it would have been otherwise. Close that. What is our periapsis at? It's at 161, so it's a little high. So we will, but I'll adjust that when we get to Eve. Not going to adjust that now. So let's put this back for the solar panels. Let's see, just bring it down to the horizon. Do a little bit of rolling. Well, thank you, Spooter. Spooter saying that my videos are helpful. I'm glad of that. Putting this kind of horizontally on the screen, and then we'll roll for the solar panels like so. I certainly hope I have this all timed out right. Okay, we're going to get ourselves to Eve now. I'll show you how to use the... One funky thing that can happen is, you see this encounter. Let's see if it happens. If I time warp... Okay, it doesn't disappear, but sometimes it does. And you got to be a little careful with that, because sometimes it's really easy to blow right past your here, because this disappears. So I'm going to create an alarm for the SOI change. That SOI change is coming up in, shoot, what was it again? 45 days, 4 hours and something. So I'm going to make it a manual alarm. I'm just going to put in 45 days, 4 hours, 0 minutes. It'll stop beforehand. And the reason why, we'll see if it happens here, is I've gotten burned on this one, is I'll start time warping, and then suddenly this maneuver changes. It disappears. This encounter disappears, and this alarm changes along with it if that happens. And I've blown right by encounters. This time it seems to be working okay. So that's good. But something to kind of be aware of. A little bit of a bug. Okay, we are closing in on Eve. Closing in on Eve. I should. How's my science lab doing? Oh, I'm at 500 science. I've been slacking. Should have been watching that. See, 500 science. Let's delete this. Yeah, delete the maneuver. Get rid of that. I'm full up for science, so our scientists are just... As soon as you fill up with science, your scientists just stop working. They don't tell you anything. They don't sit there and say, we need more science, boss. Get rid of this science. No, they just stop. They just stop. Bunch of lazy kerbals. Okay, 36 minutes to go. Let's get this out of the way. Yep, I missed some of my science. I wasn't paying attention. Okay, we are now officially in Eve's SOI, our first kerbals in another sphere of influence outside of Kerbin. That does give us some experience, so let's again level up the kerbals. They've gained experience, but nobody's leveled up. That's okay. I didn't expect them to. But that does mean that the whole suite of experiments, so crew report, yep, transmit that. And you know what? Just take that antenna. I don't like... This is why it's taking so long. I have an antenna here that I thought it would use, but it seems to like this one. I think it's faster. So let's just extend that antenna so it's not wasting our time. Okay, crew report. Process that data. Aim our camera here. I always get people too that say, why don't you put this all on action groups, all the science, it'll save you time. And it's like, yeah, because I never think about it. I'm not the smartest bulb, I think, sometimes. And I don't feel like doing it now, so I could do it now, I guess. Okay. Logging, transmitting. Observe the goo. Transmit that. Yep. Get a scientist out to fix that up. Okay. We will log this again. Process that. Log that. Process that. Log this one. Process that. Again, I could be collecting that and storing. Maybe I should do that too. We'll get fill out. Phil's going to do herself an EVA report and the EVA experiment. Eventually, there we go. Same routine as when we exited the SOI. We're going to store these. We'll transmit them and then, whoops, there we go. Store those down. Come on, where's the little store option? There we go. Pop into here. Transmit them. Review the data. Transmit. And transmit this one. I also forgot, the other thing the science lab does, I just noticed it, there is a clean experiment, and what that does is it resets the goo and the materials bay. You know what, I'm not going to do it, because I think it takes longer to do it than to just do it with a Kerbal, so I think I'll just manually do it. Okay, and again, another EVA report that we'll process later, perform EVA science. Is this like Minecraft? I don't know. I don't think it's Minecraft with a lot of physics. Don't mean to scare people with that, I guess. Some people have compared it to Minecraft. I haven't played a lot of Minecraft, mostly because I'm not someone, and I know I'm very different from a lot of people this way, but I really much prefer to have some sort of direction in my game, some sort of, you know, right now we're doing a Gilly mission, right? I much prefer a mission that, you know, having that kind of objective given to me and then figuring out how to do it rather than making up my own objectives, which I know is completely different from a lot of people. And I'm not... Uh-oh, is our data full? Is that what's going on here? I think our data might be full. I noticed the... where's our M? Oh, no, they're not. We already did that. That's why. But I can still collect that science. Sorry, I already did process that. I'm losing track. I can collect that science. I know I'm being inconsistent whether I'm collecting this or not. And then we got a materials bay. We'll redo that. Conduct that. Conduct. Process that into use. Oh, our lab is full. So what we'll do instead is collect that data. Observe this mystery goo too. And we'll collect that data and then restore it. Reset. So our lab is full. It is full of data, but you can still collect all the experiments and save them to be processed later. There is nothing wrong with that idea. So I'm going to actually store the experiments up here because I've already stored some up here, and that way I know where they all are. And then we'll come this way. And board. Okay. So I'm going to keep a better eye on this because last time my science got full and I neglected. But we still have some experiments here. If I review this data, that one can't be processed because I've already processed it once. But one of these, see, this can still be processed for another 156 data, but it wouldn't have fit. That's why. So we'll just keep that. Same with this one, another 250. Okay. So we'll have to, once our lab's a little more empty, once our scientists have done some work, we'll do that. So can someone tell me if I miss anything, please? Oh, yeah, you go get food there. Okay. Capture time. What is this? Okay, 160. So let's I think just flip around retrograde's probably the simplest thing to do. Bring this down. What? Oh my god, I'm the worst. I think Eve's atmosphere is 90 kilometers, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to bring it down to 110. I don't know how that strikes people. So we're just going to do a little bit of a burn here. Maybe a little more than a little bit. Maybe radially in is better. That seemed to take a lot. Then again, I got really weak engines. I'm never quite sure sometimes whether radially in is the best way to bring this. It changes from situation to situation. So let's try radially in. Yeah, that's going a lot faster. Okay, radially in is the more efficient way to go. Okay, that's good for me. And what we shall do is add a maneuver here. This is going to be our Eve capture. Now, we're not interested in a low orbit about Eve. So this will be a lot less than what the Delta V map says. Instead, what we're interested in is ultimately a Gilly encounter. So I'm going to put my apoapsis out past Gilly here somewhere. Like so. Somewhere like that. And let's set Gilly as a target. See how close? But this will be... I don't think this will be much of a fix. No. Oh, no. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. I'm glad I checked this. I don't know. Did anybody else catch this? My inclination with Gilly, my relative inclination is 179.5. I am coming around the wrong way. We are coming in like this, and Gilly, and going around in this direction. Gilly is coming around in the other direction. So we are going to need to fix this right now. So we are deleting this node. Ah, okay. Should have done that when I was way out with that correction burn. We're fixing it right now. Just burning radially in. We're going to flip this orbit. That was me. That's on me. Well, it's always on me, isn't it? It's always on me. Spooter's asking about the DLC, thinking about... Whoa, 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 whoa. I am not very smart. Radially out. Once the orbit flipped, the radial out and radially in flips. And then all of a sudden I noticed on the Navball, it was turning 180 degrees. Yeah, I shouldn't have kept it locked on that. I should have just turned it to stability assist. Of course, I could have done this with a node too. Okay, so now let's get onto what was radially in is now radially out. And let's do this again. Being a little loosey-goosey. Sometimes I like being a little loosey-goosey because things go wrong. That's not always a bad thing. Okay, again, I'm going for 110 here. That's good. And now our relative inclination is 27. Yoich. Okay, because of that flip. Do I want to fix this now? Nah, oh boy. Let's okay, we got to do some experimenting. Now I'm going to actually use some nodes here and actually do some thinking. So, we'll bring down our apoapsis to actually zero this out. I'm trying to decide whether I should fix my inclination now or fix my inclination later. So I'm seeing how much a plane change will cost. Okay, that's pretty close. So that plane change, maneuver number 2, costs 180. That got me a feeling I should fix my inclination now. So I'm going to put a maneuver... I'm going to stop doing this freehand because I think I've been Put this really close to me. I need to come this way. Yeah. Oh yeah. Now it's only 25. Okay, that was really dumb. Delete this. Gilly, where are you? Focus view, or no. Gilly's our target. Oh, there's our descending node. Ah, come here. He's slippery. He's slippery. Oh, he won't let me click on him. Why wouldn't you let him? Okay, fine. I'll do it eyeballing. Eyeballing. Be that way. Why won't it let me pick the graphics widget tool? There? Okay, here we go. Now it's letting me get it. Okay. There was a window in the way. Okay, so relative inclination of 0.4. What's our periapsis at? We're going to bring our periapsis inwards. Again, I want about 110. Small an inclination as I can get. I got it around 0.4 before. A little bit out on the radial. Again, I'm aiming for about 110. A little bit like so. A little bit like so. A little bit like so. A little bit out. All right, I'm getting entirely too picky. There we go. That's good. Okay, let's do this burn right now. I don't have to wait for this hour and 15 minutes. There's no. So I got a 21 meter per second burn here to fix this. Yeah, I do like the DLCs. I bought them out of, I felt some form of obligation because I bought KSP way back in the alpha days, and it cost me like, I think I bought it for like $10 or something. So I felt like, you know, I kind of owe them something for the amount I've played this. So there. Okay, that's looking a little better. Now we'll put this capture burn back in. Yeah, this should work. Okay, no Gilly encounter yet. We'll fiddle with this and get a Gilly encounter once we get our capture, but our capture is only 129 meters per second, so that's going to be fine. All right, again, this way. Let's level this off, get some good solar panel exposure. I'm going to watch the science. Though I'm looking, it's only 3 days to the burn, so. Yeah. I'm more of a fan of the Breaking Ground DLC that gives you all the deployable science equipment. Oh no, the Making History too. Oh my gosh, that's hard, because the Making History gives you like cool things like this little roundy service pod and various other parts. All right, that should do it. F5. F5. Okay. I'm not gonna be it. Let's do it. Where is Eve, by the way? We are coming in at Eve. It's the sun. It's to the right of the sun. And we're coming in from below. Eve could be lost in the glare here somewhere. There it is. There's Eve. Okay. F5 again. Let's go. Let's go. Get our Eve capture. Of course, there's lots of science down here. Oh my god. Well, we'll come back. We'll be back. We'll be back to low space again. Let's just get her capture. Get her done. Oh, we got lots of freaking... This is something to do with the texture pack I have. This sort of... All these flashes, which look like crazy thunderstorms, but they're not. You get this around Kerbal, though. It's really bad around Eve. Not sure what's going on with that. Hello, is it Juamis guy? I'll go with that. James? 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 Sorry. Alright, I should be doing science, but I'm just going to get the capture. We're going to have to probably go around a bit before we get our Gilly encounter anyway. Alright. So coming in on Eve, it looks like the sun might be coming up. I do love the colors there. That looks awesome. And go. We also are going to drop this probe. We'll see how much fun that probe has. Probably drop that probe pretty soon after this, once we're back up at Apoapsis. It's getting a sunrise. Nice. We are now captured about Eve. We have ourselves in orbit. Okay, reducing throttle. Just going by the maneuver node. What's that look like? Nothing super precise about this anyway. You know, we still got to finagle our encounter with Gilly. And Gilly can be a pain. A right pain in the exterior. But let's see while we're still here. Let's do some sciencing. While we're still in low space. So, transmit you. Oh, I don't have a signal. Okay, we'll process you. Shoot. Crew report. Overwrite the crew report. Yeah, we'll do some... Yeah. Process that. We are in the shadow, as it were. Aim my camera here. Oh, is there not... Close the doors. I opened the doors for some reason. What is going... Okay, did I not reset that? I don't think I reset the goo. Or reset the... I can get the words out. Overwrite. I think there's all kinds of stuff we never got. Bob, get out there. Your lackey didn't do a good job last time. That's what happens when you send out a rookie. Where is Phil's... Uh-oh, did I lose the EVA? I think a bug might have just eaten my EVA experiment kit. Board again, Bob? I think my EVA experiment kit just got turned into a parachute. There's some funky bug that does that. See, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 parachutes and 6 kerbals. I don't know how that worked out, but I do not see the... Okay, forget it. Forget it. Bob, just get out there. No EVA experiment kit. Don't know what happened. Not sure what happened there, but you know what? Get down there, Bob. Show us how it's done while we're still in low space. Okay, restore that. Never restored it. Conduct material study. Okay. Process that. Then restore it again. Collect data. Restore. Observe. Process. Gosh, dang it. No, collect. Log temperature, process that. Actually do an EVA report while we're here. EVA report, grab that. Yeah, I think I did all this and never collected it. That was pretty dumb. Process. Oh, of course it won't fit. That's what happened. I forgot. It will not fit. That's what's going on. That's what messed me up. Collect that data, restore. Because the science thing is full. Log that, grab it. Okay. Now I'm on track. Observe goo. Grab it. That's what happened. Collect that. Restore. I'm probably going to miss some stuff, but that's okay. Grab it. Take it. I might not be in low space anymore. Nope, still space near. Grab that. Take it. Okay. Get over here, Bob. Alright. Yeah, I forgot that the lab here doesn't have a lot of data space left. Okay, we can actually probably do some leveling up again. Everybody's got an experience, nobody's leveled up. Okay. Oh, we got our signal. Let's review the data. Let's transmit what we can. So transmit. 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 Don't transmit. Keep that. Keep that. Transmit. Transmit. We'll be back to low space. Keep that. Transmit. 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 Okay. Alright, let's plan. Let's start to begin to plan our Gilly encounter. Now, I'm noticing here I'm half a degree different, so I do want to put a maneuver here and see if we can not make that a 0. There we go. That makes our life easier. Yeah. Don't know why I'm playing 0-0. Okay. That's a 22 meter per second burn coming up in a minute. So we'll flip around. There we go. Always have a space container aboard. That's a good idea, just for storing the extra experiments. I'm terrible with that space container thing. I'm not sure what it is about that I have a blind spot for it. I always forget to put that on. But thanks, Robin. But it is a good idea just to have extra spots to put. But, you know, I don't know. I don't want to... I'm not that concerned with maxing out the science because I know I'm just going to have a lot anyway. So, by the time this is all done because of the lab. So I'm sort of lazy about it. Okay, so we got a 7-second burn. So let's just start it now. And go to about half throttle. And this is just matching Gilly's plane completely. Okay. There we go. And now what we want to do, and Gilly can be a pain. You can see these flaky encounter indicators. So what I want to do is I'm going to put a maneuver out here towards our apoapsis. And actually, I know what I'll do. Yeah, and I'm going to put the maneuver about there, just somewhere on this orbit. And then what I'm going to do is just hop ahead in orbit and see if there's an orbit coming up where we get close to an encounter. Like right there's probably pretty good. Now it's worse. So on that next orbit. So on the next orbit, we're going to come around pretty close. And now what I'm going to do is on this orbit, put a maneuver out here towards apoapsis. And see if we can not... Let's go to the second maneuver. What am I... Oh, am I doing something dumb? No? I think I'm just not... Oh, no, I'm not adding enough to the first... I got the scale way down. There we go. See if I can finagle an encounter. So I'm adjusting... what I'm doing is adjusting the period of my current orbit so that will take a little bit longer to go around. But you can see that that means in that future orbit that I already set up that we're going to be getting an encounter in the future. Come on, encounter in the future. We want it. We want it. We want it. Oh, what are you doing to me? Gilly is such a small target, it's going to be a pain. Sneak to the second one. Oh, here, move this. There we go. It was because that was close to where that was. Let's go back to the first maneuver. Okay, again, we're going to just tweak this. There it is. There's our Gilly encounter. Gilly is a bit of a pain. So just to sort of explain what we're doing, I put this maneuver here, which is further in the future. It's a couple of orbits in the future. I use that to determine when we were going to get close to Gilly. This is when my current apoapsis on this current orbit, I'm pushing up the period of my orbit. It does mean I'm not going to come back to low space anymore, but that's okay. And that adjusts the period, so I get my Gilly encounter with a 117 meter per second burn coming up. Should be okay. I think I'm going to go with that. Let's see. Yeah, I wanted to focus on Gilly. That's what I wanted to do. See if I can... Oh, we're hitting Gilly. That's good enough. That's good enough. More than good enough for now. I'll go for the hit. All right. So, let's again set this up for our solar panels. I think it's time to drop our probe. Because... just sort of gonna just adjust this for solar panel purposes. Where's our solar panels? There we go. Like so. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop our little probe. This little probe, the intent of it is to get down to Eve's surface. It might have an adventure. We'll see how it goes. Let's open that up. It should have its own antenna in here somewhere that I neglected to deploy. Aim our camera up here. Somewhere in here should be a communitron. Oh, you got... Oh, no, it's got this antenna. Silly. That's right. A communitron's not good enough. And so the idea with this probe is we're going to lower our periapsis into Eve's atmosphere, and hopefully it won't blow up. And if it does, it does. I do have... Yeah. So let's then point... yeah, let's just do it. Just do it. So decoupling this, he says, with some trepidation. Oh, wait, no. Decouple here. Oh, my gosh. That's my engines on that one. So decoupling that. No, I'm not. Oh, I've lost track of what's what here. Okay, I'm going to quick save. This is a monopropellant engine. This is just a tube. Okay, no, I know what I'm doing. I'm good. I'm good. I am gonna... No, I'm gonna decouple this. Decouple. There we go. So there is some monopropellant engines on here. That is the engine that's going to propel this thing. Back here... There we go. I can also get rid of... I'm going to quick save because I'm nervous. But this is an engine plate. So if I decouple the engine plate... There we go. And there's our... Oh, no. What the... Did I just hit something? I think it's okay. I heard an explosion. I think this did hit this. And I heard an explosion, but I think it's okay. Oh my gosh, what a mess. Okay, so back to here. So that exposes the engine for the lander. I should have pointed it in a different direction. It's now... Oh boy, that was funny. Okay, back to this one though. So this now should be completely controllable, right? Oh yeah, we're good. Look at that. See? Everything's great. There we go. So we'll keep that like that. That's all it needs because all I'm going to do up here is add a maneuver and bring my periapsis down into the atmosphere. So I'm looking at my periapsis number here. This is like an infinitesimally small burn. Is Eve's atmosphere 90 kilometers? I think it is. I think it's 90. That's what's in my head. I'm very nervous about this thing blowing up. So I'm going to set it for a relatively high 75-kilometer periapsis. And if it rides around a couple of times, I'm perfectly comfortable with that. Okay. So, this is ready, this is ready, this is ready. I think this is all good. So, I have this burn coming up in 2 days, 2 hours. If I go back to the other maneuver, it burns 2 days and 1 hour. So this one's coming up first. So again, F5. Let's get out there. Ah, my life is so much fun. Okay. All right. We'll see how it happens. I do have some contracts, by the way. I should have brought those up. If I select my Gilly landing. Oh, I've already done some of them. I have a okay, shoot, I'm coming to my burn. I should probably deal with that. I've already done 2 of them. Doop, doop, doop. So we're going to do this 31-second burn. Should really probably do that, and then I'll talk about my contracts. Okay, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. So again, what this burn is doing is raising periapsis here, so we're going to be in this orbit, which adjusts my period, so that I'll end up encountering Gilly on the subsequent orbit after that. That's the entire objective here. Hopefully it'll all go well. Okay, let's see. So we'll delete this maneuver. I still got this maneuver coming up in a couple of orbits. I can see my encounters not quite there. I don't know if I need to burn more or less, so let's see here. Nope, that doesn't work because of this. I forgot about that. When I was starting to burn, but the dumb thing is, oh no, yeah. You know what? I can finagle it. I'm sure I can. What if I put this down here? Is that the only maneuver I have going? Yes. You know what? What we'll do, delete that. I'll finagle the Gilly encounter in a little bit. Right now, I should probably just get to the other probe. I'm probably too far away from it to do a manual switch, right? Yeah, I am. So anyway, just to go over the contracts. Why did I do that? So one was to build a new orbital station around the sun, which is this. This met the requirements of an orbital station, even though it's really a spaceship, but it met all the requirements that were required, so it got that. And the other one was an orbital station around Eve. Again, I built it so that it met all the requirements, so there's an orbital station around Eve. And then the rest was this Explore Eve contract. All I got to do is get back home. And if I get back home, then I've got the Explore Eve contract done. So Gilly's just gravy, so to speak. If I'm here, I'm going to do gravy. Okay, let's get to that probe. So that got me a feeling. Switch to the probe. All right, I'm going to stick you onto retrograde. And we must be, yeah, we're closing in on this burn, which is really, I don't think I have to wait that long, but here, just do this. Do that. So this is just to lower my periapsis. So the engine here, it's not telling me how much delta V I have because it doesn't see this as a stageable engine, but all they are the single direction, what are they? They place anywhere 7 linear RCS ports. I've got all of the attitude controls turned off except for forward and aft, and I've attached forward to the throttle. So all I have to do is put on RCS and pitch forward, start throttling up, and I should be lowering. Yep, there we go. And I want to get this down. You can't even see it. I'm throttling so little. I'm going to go down to 75 and hope for the best. It still works with H too, by the way. Yeah. Oh, that's way too much. Oh my gosh, because I've... Yep. I don't want to go that low. Go back. I pushed H and it gave a puff and it was too much. Okay, I'm going to reduce the throttle limiter on these. 15. Oh, are they all 15? Oh, aren't you nice? Sometimes it doesn't do that, but that time it did. Okay, one last try. Don't need this. 75 kilometers is not based on anything, by the way. Other than I know it's in Eve's atmosphere. Okay, RCS off. All right, that's it. I probably still have a ton of monitor, but I do. So this guy, let's set an alarm. This guy is going to be at periapsis in 2 days, 2 hours. So let's set a alarm for periapsis. Give me 20 minutes warning. And add that alarm. So that alarm should be coming up in 2 days. Good. Okay. So we got to make sure to come back to you because things might get sticky for you. And this guy might blow up. I'm just going to flat out say I didn't do any testing. I just sort of slapped it together. And if it does, it does. No, yeah, I did. The whole JKL keys are all disabled. Their point. I disabled all those on purpose. So all that was activated was forward, and I attached the forward to the throttle. So that was those aren't really reaction control. They're the main engine for that little probe. All right, I got to figure out Gilly here. Figuring out Gilly. Let's see if we can get this encounter. So we're gonna put maneuver here. Does it need to go forward? Oh, maybe that's what it is. It needs to come forward in orbit, I think, before I see it. There we are. Okay, let's tweak it now. So a little bit of tweaking here. Hopefully we'll do it. Other way. There we go. Wait, not a problem. Okay, again, back on the maneuver. And for those people that have done Gilly, they know Gilly is a pain. Gilly is really finicky. It's a very, very small target. So I got a 0.7 meter per second burn. Even with this weak-ass nerve engine, it's going to be like a 0.2 second burn. It's nothing. But that's not coming up for another 7 days. So again, we'll set an alarm for that. This is where this alarm clock feature becomes useful. For that maneuver, give me like 5 minutes warning. And I now have 2 minutes. Yeah, okay. So let's go back to... Yeah, I can switch to the vessel from here. That's nice. There we go. All right. This is going to be what it's going to be. This might blow up. Where's Eve? So we're going to fall towards Eve. We're going to see it's got a big old heat shield. We'll lose this. We got a little parachute on the top. And it's got a whole bunch of science. Actually, what I should do is pin that science. Yeah, I should pin. No, I'll wait until it's got the parachute deployed. All right, let's go. F5 again. Okay, we're coming for Eve. We're coming for Eve. Falling, falling, falling. Eve, of course, has a very, very destructive atmosphere. This may go through the atmosphere and come out the other side, which is fine by me. It just means it'll be... Okay, so what I want to do... I still got a signal. We will lose signal at some point. So let's delete that, close it. How is my signal back to the KS? Oh, it's way over that. Oh, no. Oh, it's relaying. Oh, isn't that sweet? It's relaying through the station. Good, good, good. So that makes me feel better. Actually, is the station about to lose? Or the station, the ship here, is it about... I'm pushing the buttons everywhere. Nope, nope, station, Kerbin's that way. So we're good. We're good, this should work. Okay, here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Here we go. So, this is time, place your bets, place your bets. Is she gonna blow up? Yay or nay? Put this on free. Fortunately, it's a little dark. Yay or nay, will she blow? Will she blow? It's always a distinct possibility. Oh my gosh, I went black there for a second. You think a successful touchdown, says NC Davis. We'll see. It's the aerodynamics of this thing that worries me. I'm worried it might flip around the wrong way. That's, whoa, 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 whoa. Boom. Other side, other thing. There. Retrograde. Not paying attention. Surface retrograde. Close, close, close. Retract, retract, retract. Antenna. Close this. Okay, 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 okay. I was like, oh my gosh, we're in the atmosphere. Okay, so here we go. If it holds this attitude, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm honestly feeling pretty good if it holds it. I can't believe this. I still have a signal bouncing through the Gilly 1 just based on the antenna and the probe body. That's amazing. That's amazing. Okay, so this is armed. And here, I should watch my Apple axis. Like I said, this might go through the atmosphere and come out the other side. I see a temperature gauge, but it's not super scary yet. So that's good. I should keep an eye on electricity. Electricity's fine. Oh, we're on our way back up. Notice that? So we passed our periapsis. We're on our way up. I got a feeling we're coming out the other side, but honestly, that's not fine. We bled off speed. Each time through, it'll be a little less scary. Yeah, we're coming out. I'm happy with that. Okay, I'll try not to make it so silly. It is eating up that ablator, that's for sure. But each time through, it'll be going through slower. The other thing that's pretty obvious is I'm no idea where this thing's going to touch down. That is not in the cards. Okay, so we're just about out of the atmosphere. But put this back on its normal vector. And for the solar panels, we'll extend this antenna again. Nicey nice. Okay, I'll try and be better. So you can see we brought down our Apple axis so quite a bit. But I love that we're getting this signal through here. That's cool. Okay, set an alarm. Again, for periapsis. Give me like 10 minutes warning. Maybe 15 minutes warning. Add that alarm. So that is coming up in only a couple of hours. So that's going to come up before this guy has to do a burn. So let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. We're fully charged. Okay. Going again. Going again. Quick save. Good idea. Quick save. Yeah, Eve. This is, I also have environmental visual enhancements, so they are making this in Scatterer, and so we are getting a pimped version of Eve, but it sure is nice. There's no doubt about that. Okay, there we go. I love how thick and dangerous looking the atmosphere is. Of course, what I could do, here's a thought. Where's the action groups? Delete that. Edit action groups. If I click on this antenna, oh, I never did. Oh my gosh. Sorry. I didn't extend the antenna. Oh, that's a fin I'm clicking on. Where's the antenna? There it is. Extend the antenna. Okay. Edit the action groups. Why don't I attach this all to an action group? So on action group 0. Oh, it's already on action group 2. Toggle the antenna. Also add toggling this dude. I think that's all I need to do. Yep. Okay. Let's do this. Let's do this better this time. We will be better. All right, so I'm going to stop nice and early. Again, blackness. Stop, stop. Jeepers creepers. It comes up so quick. And 2 on the action group should close everything. Nope, it didn't close that. Retract antenna. Okay, here we go again. Oh, there's one on each side. Goodness sakes. You think I should have noticed that? I built this thing. There's one on each side. All right, so let's see if we end up descending or coming through. So tracking is definitely not an issue. A blader might be an issue. We're already getting close to half of our blader being gone. And the number to watch is this apoapsis. If this apoapsis gets down to 90 kilometers, we are definitely going down. And even if the ablator does go, we still might not, the heat shield might still be enough. We'll have to just see. All right. Oh, Chili's talking about fueling up with the drills. The only thing we're landing on and planning on getting off again is Gilly. And the fuel costs of getting on and off of Gilly are so low, it is definitely not worth bringing any kind of drilling equipment with you for that. This is never coming off the surface of Eve. I would be ecstatic if it makes it to the surface of Eve. Okay, we are again on our way up again. Periapsis is still around 1,000 kilometers, so nowhere through. Still picking up with antennas down. Nice. Still picking up a signal from the Gilly 1. Look at that. Just with the probe body antenna. Very nice. Okay. But our orbit, I think the next time round is gonna definitely be a going down type of situation. Okay, normal vector for the solar panels. So 0, no, 2. Opens stuff up and doesn't deploy any antennas. So let's check our action groups again. So extend that antenna. There's 2 antennas. What a thought. Of course there's 2 antennas. Action groups. Which one's these? That one. On action group 2. According to this, it's here. Toggle the antenna. Okay, let's test this. So 2. Why does the antenna not? I don't know. Oh my gosh, they are somewhat out of. Okay. Close. I don't know why they're out of sync like that. Now, toggle 2. There we go. Okay, we're good. All right. Okay, when are we going to be back in the atmosphere? Again, create an alarm for periapsis. 10-minute warning. Add that alarm. That we are back in only 34 minutes, so woohoo. Going around again. Check your ablator. Yeah, but the problem is if my ablator is low, exactly what am I going to do about it? Absolutely nothing. This thing, by the way, has no engines on it anymore. I got rid of the fuel in the engine, so it's purely ballistic now. There is 100% nothing that I can do if this all goes wrong. So although I'll keep an eye on the ablator, it's not like it's going to allow me to fix anything. Okay, let's try that again. On 2. Everything declare. There we go. Nicely done. And now I do have no connection, but I do have limited probe control. I can still lock to vectors and things like that. So that's good. All right, let's see this one. Eve at 40 kilometers is lethal, yes. I've never experimented enough with Eve to actually find out kind of what is and what isn't safe. So that's why I really erred on the side of caution by keeping my periapsis up pretty high and just riding around. Hopefully this will be the last time around. Long multiple pass use much more ablator. Oh, that's likely very true. Yeah, that's true. So that's the downside of what I'm doing. Well, whatever. Like I said, I'm committed now. Yeah. You don't think it'll be the last time? You think we're going... I think this is going to be the last time. I'm looking at apoapsis. Apoapsis is 700 kilometers. Apoapsis is now 600 kilometers. If not this one, it's most certainly the next one. Of course, we're going to probably be running out of ablator. And if we do, we do. Still going down, haven't reached periapsis yet. 35 seconds from... Oh, that's the other number. Look at the periapsis number. Notice how it's holding at 35. Periapsis number just went up. That means we're never going to reach periapsis. So this thing is going down. This thing is going down. For good or for bad, this thing is going down. We'll get ready to jettison our heat shield at the appropriate... Well, maybe I won't. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll leave the heat shield on. We will be out of ablator. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe... we'll see what happens. But ablator is now gone. We are out of ablator. So the heat shield is just a big disc of metal that may or may not blow up. That's all I can say. It's got a nice big fat temperature gauge on it, but the temperature gauge is not increasing, so that's a good sign. We are losing lots and lots of speed. Oh, won't the heat shield blow up on landing? It might. You're right. It depends on how hard... No, it depends on how hard you land, doesn't it? I don't know. I was thinking it might not be a bad idea to have it as a cushion, because this is our science package here. That's all I was thinking. Keep a finger on that discard button. I still think the heat shield is more durable than this little service bay thing here. Oh, coming into the sunshine, so that's good. That's good. Might not have a signal on the surface, so we may end up having to wait for Eve to roll around. I've already is asking I should do a mission where I land on all of Jules' moons. I did do that in a live stream. I have a live stream where, over a course of several live streams, I landed on everybody, including doing a Jewel mission that it eventually ended up being successful. The heat shield does make you fall faster. That's very true, Penguin. So that's why I'll keep it as an option as to whether to deploy it or not. I don't think I need to keep track of electricity anymore. That doesn't matter. I'm a little surprised and I'm not seeing a scare. This is fine. It's not blowing up. It's not blowing up. We're below scary speeds. It looks like we're landing in water, I think. I think we will be landing in water. Pulling some major G's, but she's holding together. All right. That's awesome. Very, very pleased with that. So now it's just waiting for that parachute to deploy. So I'll do a little bit of physics war. I'm not sure when it... Oh, there it goes. There goes our parachute. I didn't adjust anything, I think, on the parachute. I just left it all on its defaults. This can now go onto terrain, though I'm pretty sure we're over an ocean here. We'll see if this thing sinks. Maybe I should keep the heat shield. Is the heat shield buoyant? Probably not. Looks like it's buoyant. Looks like, you know, I don't know. Quick high deployment. Yeah, well, the problem is, actually, yeah, let's slow this down. I could open this up. I'm probably not in high space anymore. Log a gravity scan. Oh, gravity scans can't be done right now. Log this. Oh, I can't transmit anyway. I can't transmit and I have nowhere else to store it. So doing more science really doesn't matter. That's I could have put one of those experiment storage units on it and that would have solved that problem. But the problem is I can't transmit because I don't have a signal. And so we're not going to have a signal because Kerbal is blocking our view. So unfortunately, if it will just fall and hopefully survive. Let's see. Okay. Well, I'll keep the option to deploy that heat shield. Extend the antenna. I don't think that's the problem because I had a signal. Here, let's do that. 2. Excuse me. Oh, I'm sorry. You are correct. Let's log some stuff and transmit. Okay, so transmit log pressure scan. Transmit that. This is flying over. So I did wait too long. Flying over the Eastern Sea. Oh, that's all I got. Just the temperature scan and the barometer pressure scan. I don't think I am over the ocean now. Maybe. Okay, I must be over the ocean because this number doesn't change. Hard to see down there. The air is so thick. A little bit of science. A little bit of science. All right, going through some very green and noxious looking atmosphere here. Still 8.5 kilometers above the surface. Taking a long time just to get down. Parachute is still only semi-deployed. All right, there we go. We are coming below. Look at the, I love that look on this. You can see the sun there just faintly. That looks great. Okay, definitely over a very large body of water. Should be a base on Duna and Ike. Well, not anytime soon. I'm usually like, by the time, I do very few interplanetary stuff. Because I usually find by the time I've done a little bit of interplanetary stuff, I'm getting close to the end of the tech tree. I finish off the tech tree. Oh, there we go. And then I'm kind of done. Like, once you've gone, like, honestly, I don't know. I don't find it... There's not much drawing me to the different planets. That's just me. I don't find one planet that much more super challenging than another planet. I mean, there is Eve, but Eve is more of a nuisance than it is anything else. Okay, I'm slowing down. I just noticed with the physics I was getting... I think this is creating all kinds of aerodynamic effects. I'm going to jettison it. Jettison the heat shield. Uh-oh, I'm on the heat shield. Don't do that. Okay. Just noticed it was doing this kind of, I think because the air is so thick, it was doing this whole, I don't need SAS anymore. Turn that off. It was doing a very kind of wobbling about type of thing. Okay. So electricity is, we are using up electricity. Oh, that's not encouraging. Hopefully when the sun gets higher. Sun exposure is 0. Does it not like that I'm so low? Here, SAS back on. Okay, now it's in direct sunlight. Okay. There we go. Still not charging those batteries. Oh my gosh. I think it's factoring in just how cloudy everything is down here. I think I'm close the service bay, but then I don't have access to all my lovely science. Oh, for the wobbling that was happening earlier. That's very, very possible. That is entirely possible. I'm worried. Well, we got science, we got electricity aboard. What I'm gonna getting close. I think what I'm gonna do is just take science as quickly as I can. It's not like I can get up and go anyplace else. So we'll pin all these guys here, and we'll just do them all. There's only 4. I'm happy enough just to get down the surface of Eve. I got to be honest. Look how green the water is. That is a lot of green water. Okay. Almost there. Oh my gosh. Okay. Take time warp off. Just get ready. Just get ready once you're on the surface, because I got a feeling. Oh. Log that. Yeah, transmit. Log that and transmit. Log seismic data. Log seismic data. Oh, maybe it doesn't like temperature scan. Seismic data can't be done because we're on the water. Okay, that's fair enough. Honestly, I think that's it. That's all we got. A lot of work for not a lot of excitement. This is going to float here for all eternity. It's done the science that it can. So that's that. Let's get back to the Eve 1. Switch 2, and let's see if we can get ourselves on the surface of Gilly. I'm happy with that. That was a very quickly slapped together probe without really much thought. So it was a long time ago we set this up, but we got a maneuver here that's getting us our Gilly encounter. That maneuver is coming. Oh, I should turn down the thrust limiter on this engine because this is a tiny, teeny, weeny little burn. My goodness, even with the nerve, it's nothing. I don't have RCS built into this. I do have RCS built into the lander, though. Okay. F5, and let's do it. Let's just go. There's probably more science. Oh, wait. I just realized. Speaking of science. Still got lots. Yeah. Still got lots of science being processed. Yeah, and I'm sure, I know there's science I'm missing. I could be doing gravioli scans, but I don't care enough. I should care more, but I don't. Guys are working very hard, though. Our two scientists are doing a very good job processing science. Oh, there's my inventory kit. Okay, there's something weird going on with that. Let's see what happens. Okay, close. Sorry, Phil, come here. All of a sudden, it disappeared for a moment, but now it seems to be back. Ah, perform EVA science. Okay, let's perform the... this is a science experiment. I thought I lost some. I thought a bug took away, but it's now back. Grab... I guess I've already done it. Okay. I'm very confused now. I'll have to go back over the video evidence. I thought I didn't have that available to me, but... Board. Let's see here. Review the data. EVA science experiment, 780. Okay, fine. We'll just keep all that. Keep that. Okay. I'm not sure what happened there. We are closing in on our maneuver. Getting ourselves a Gilly encounter. And then it's going to have to be down.
Do I know anything about seeing Mercury? Yeah, I've seen Mercury. Mercury's you can only catch it very close to sunrise or sunset. It's going to be very close to the horizon, very close to the sun. Kind of a browny, kind of reddy color. Not particularly bright. I do not know whether right now it's in a visible position. But it's definitely seeable. I mean, the ancient people saw it. Okay, let's get ready for Gilly here. Let's get ready for Gilly. But you can look up whether, you know, if you look up, Google it. Like, where is, sorry, I gotta concentrate on this. But where is Mercury right now? Google will tell you where to look. A little bit of burning here. Here it comes. Getting a nice Gilly encounter. Wonderful. Let's close that. Wow, I'm ecstatic about that. It's probably a little bit low because Gilly is a lumpy, bumpy, terribly confusing mess. But that Gilly encounter is coming up pretty soon. Nice. Okay, let's time warp to that. Why is there... This is coming up in 4 days. Time warp to here. Yeah, warp to here. Again, watch that science lab. You want to transmit that science away when we get there. About 13 minutes away. Truth is, although I have a Gilly lander, you really don't need it. You can land anything on Gilly. Okay, we are now in Gilly's SOI. Awesome sauce. Here, let's just get rid of this, not think about it for a second. Let's see here. Let's burn a little bit radially out. I just think my periapsis is a tad bit on the low side. So I'm just going to push it out a little bit because Gilly's very lumpy, as you can see. You can also see how light Gilly's gravity is because our trajectory is barely being affected at all, which actually makes a Gilly capture more expensive because of how light the gravity is. Oh, I should have done this way earlier. Oh, I have my thrust limiter way down. That's what this is. I forgot I did that. Boink. There we go. That's better. Get it up around, I don't know, 10-ish. I don't know what the highest surface feature is. Here, 9.5-ish. 9.5-ish. Get ourselves a capture. Yeah, the Gilly Capture is more expensive. Whoops, I just blew right by it and flipped my orbit. It's usually more expensive than people are expecting it to be. And that's, again, because of Gilly's very, very low gravity. It's not helping you at all with the capture. It's almost like you're just matching Eve's orbit, like just out here just getting an orbit. Gilly's not helping. Okay, that's good enough. That's good enough. That's good enough. Okay, let's get to here, do science. Science time. So, looking at this, I do have some data to review. Keep that, keep that, keep that, keep that. Oh, that's all there is? Okay, I thought there was stuff to process. Is there stuff to process in here? Review store data? Yes. Ah, poop. Can I move? Oh, I can. How long have I played this game and just noticing now? Okay, how much data space do I got? I have only space for about a little less than 50 data. So that can't be processed.
That can't be processed. That can be. There we go. That's it. Okay. But we have lots and lots of science to do. So a material study. And we'll transmit, again, everything that we can. And observe the goo. We're going to keep all the experiments to process for later because there will be no shortage of time for the journey home. Okay, temperature scan, a barometer. And the gravioli detector. And crew report. And bomb's gonna go. Oh wait, yeah, I want. Actually, board again. Let's get Phil. Give Phil a second chance. Okay, lights on. How long am I to that burn? Oh my god, I'm only 1 minute from the burn. For goodness sakes. Okay, forget this stuff. Wow. All of a sudden I just noticed how close Gilly was. And I went, I'm only a minute from the burn. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Let's get this over with. Yep. It's Gilly's SOI is just so small. By the time you're actually there, you're already kind of there. Do you have advice for a base with no solar panels and no communication? I'm not sure what you're seeing. I would think it needs to have communication in some form of power generation. If that's what you're suggesting, you can launch something there and attach to it, say with the claw, if you don't have docking ports on the base. Or you can bring an engineer there and use the construction mode to build something, to attach on antennas and stuff. Alright, I'm just 10 seconds from the burn here. 3 and 2 and 1 and go. And this is again going to take a little while. And I'm really looking at the time. I was really hoping to get to the Gilly landing. But I'm actually thinking I might be just doing this and calling it, looking at the time. Because it takes a long time just to get down to the surface of Gilly, unfortunately. It's a long and tedious drop. And I think I'm going to be well over the 2-hour mark if I actually went for the landing. And I'm thinking that might not be a bad thing to leave for the next episode. Getting some nice reflections here. The sun's coming up. Okay. And also what's going to end up being for the next episode next week is going to be getting these folks back home. And sort of, this is really pretty. I'm just looking at how the sun's reflecting on all this. This is really nice. But getting home, I'm not quite sure what's the best plan. Whether the best plan is to blow straight out of Gilly orbit, or whether the best plan is to drop in close to Eve, take advantage of the O-berth effect, and on the journey home. So I'm gonna have to find out. We'll do a little bit of experimentation, and we'll figure that out. I'm honestly unsure. I've gone to Gilly a few times, but I think I've done different things every time I've done it. Okay, whoa. I was watching a maneuver node, but my periapsis... How did my periapsis go negative? We're on our way down. Da-dum-dum-dum. We're just falling straight down, I think. Okay, that's not good. Go. What the heck? Okay, I got a 14 by 9 meter. I think I'm okay. Oh boy. That all of a sudden I noticed my periapsis was negative, even though I was nowhere near completing the burn yet. We are, by the way, still in high space. If I do a crew report, see, we're high space over Gilly. We're gonna have to do the low space with the lander. But in the meantime, just so I don't have to do this at the beginning next week, I'm going to take out Phil, and we're gonna do all the stuff that we should have done. So. Perform the EVA science. We'll collect all this high space science and EVA report while we're at it. Store that stuff. And then we'll reset everything. Oh, we still gotta collect it too. 'Cause we just... That's no good. Log a gravity scan. Transmit that. No comms. Oh gosh. Why didn't it transmit before? I think I bailed on that one. Oh, for goodness sakes. Let me go back to here. Oh, I don't have a signal. We are blocked. Fine. Fine. Kerbal is in some sort of communication shadow. So just take that data. Restore that. Get another goo, grab that. Restore the goo here. Did I take that one? I did. Observe the goo. Grab that one. Log pressure scan. Grab that one. Miss the thermometer. Take the thermometer. Grab that one. Reset the goo. Collect the data. Reset it. Okay. Board. All right, and I think I can still do this. Log a gravity scan. Oh, it's just over a different biome, of course. You rockhead. That's what happened there. But I can't transmit it. That's what happened, of course. Silly. Okay, EVA report. Bob will go get it. That's what's happened. I forgot that this is biome specific. Just take the data, head back, get myself all confuserized. So I cannot transmit any data. Let's time warp until we can hopefully see Kerbal soon. There we go. Okay, now we can take this. And review the data. Okay, there's stuff to transmit here. Okay, so transmit that. Keep that, keep that, keep that, keep that. Transmit that one. Transmit that one. Transmit that one. And we'll do one more EVA report and one more. Grab that. One more EVA science experiment. Oh my gosh. Oh, and I didn't put on her RCS, so she's doing a fun tumble. Grab that. RCS on. And board. Alright, so I don't know. I'm going to do a bit of an examination to see if there's more science for us to get. Again, we're still in high space. We're transmitting a bunch home. How much science is there back home now? I'm up to 3,398 science that's been transmitted back home or thereabouts. But we are going to get ourselves down to the surface of Gilly. But looking at the time, I think I'm going to save that for next episode. So next week, we're going to put a couple of kerbals into here. We're going to bring them down to the surface. Inside here, we have all kinds of that surface deployable type equipment. We're going to deploy all that. Hopefully get even more science. But in the meantime, I want to thank everybody that's in the chat. I want to thank everybody who's watching this at a later date. And of course, a very, very, very special thank you to all of my Patreon patrons and YouTube members. Sorry we didn't get to the landing this week, but next week for sure. We're going to go at it right now. So have yourselves a fantastic week. Don't forget, on Thursday, if you're interested, I am streaming Dredge, the fishing simulator with a Lovecraftian twist. But then back on Tuesday next week, back to KSP. So in the meantime, thanks everyone. We'll see you all later. Bye.